All right, good morning. So today, first time shooting with this GoPro, but we are gonna go to the property and we are gonna finish mowing the field.
Hey guys, we're out to 43 acres. Just closed on this just a couple weeks ago. I've been having a lot of fun out here, taking the tractor, cutting some grass and cutting some trees and stuff. Nothing crazy. This is just a recreational property for us. I'm not gonna develop it or put a bunch of houses out here. This is just gonna be for me to have some fun. This place is a blast. It's essentially three parts. There's the north end, which is all treed. We currently just walked out into the field. It's a huge field here. And then the top part is another treed portion. So tons and tons of land, lots of stuff to do. I might put a shop out here. We could also dig a really big pond. That's always been a childhood dream, to maybe rent an excavator or buy an excavator temporarily and just dig this huge pond, stock it with bass and different fun stuff to fish and catch. So let me know your thoughts, and we'll film the whole journey over the next few years and see where we take this thing.
All right, let's grab all these and load them up. You usually don't have to break out the Carhartt, but it's a little windy, and the field's about 15 acres, so the wind really gets going across it. So we'll bundle up today. Since I'm not going to be doing too much hard work, I'll be sitting on the tractor. Got this cool little case with all these filming things, so hopefully over time I get better at this. I also brought the drone. We'll throw that up in the air and get some cool shots of us mowing the field. All right, from my days in the Navy, one of our favorite sayings was slow is smooth, smooth is fast. So whenever I load up, I try to take it nice and slow. I do a walk around of the trailer and my setup, make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Last time I was in a hurry, I had a date with the wife and I was packing up, and I actually left one of the ramps down on the trailer. So we'll go around and make sure we're good to go here. We got the key. Everything's nice and solid. I already got the bush hog on. Do a walk around. But yeah, I left this ramp down and had the windows on. I just hear, but I couldn't see it in the mirrors. So I was like, well, that's weird. And then I was like, well, let me stop and look. And I stopped and I realized one of the ramps was down. I only made it about 100 feet before I recognized it. But I've seen people go down the highway like that. Wouldn't want that to happen. So make sure we got all the chains hooked up. Everything's good. Plugged in. All right. Well, I'll load you guys up and get on the road. This summer I installed this beautiful fence, 6x6 posts all around. But the thing about wood gates is when you stress this wood and you go to the maximum size possible, they tend to fail a little bit. So they're a little warped, and I'd like to put some metal framing on these to make sure that they actually hold up. Nothing worse than a saggy gate. Let's open this up. I also installed this driveway here. I don't know if you can tell. I'm only allowed to have 4 vehicles per the HOA. So built this nice driveway around the side of the house with this beautiful, I believe it's 12-foot wide gate. And so I'm actually have plans, architectural drawings, HOA approval to put a garage in the back. So that'll be more storage for me. And then here. So can't park everything in this driveway, so we go around, put the truck and the tractor and the trailer in the backyard behind the fence on this little side yard.
Today we are doing every man's dream. We're cutting some grass. So you can see we're going to take the tractor around, cut it all down to a fresh start. I actually left a patch in the middle for some deer bedding area, but we'll get this ready to go for the spring for some new growth.
Right when I bought this, I had gravel put on that whole road. So I had 7 loads of, I believe, coarser material, didn't have much fines in it. So put a nice thin layer on there to go over this whole road. This is a private drive, so there's some family that lives on this road. And they were appreciative because it was just dirt at the time, but we don't mind. So I'm gonna pull up this little set up here. Let's get this thing in the air.
The plan is to create a recreational area. I really just want to have fun out here. I don't necessarily plan on living out here, although I could in the future. I might build a big barn or a shop and put a pool table in there and some games, and really just kind of turn it into a man cave. And I might run my company out of there, as I run a real estate company, so it'd be fun to have the whole team in there. Everybody's in sales, we're working hard. Plan for the land is just to keep it wild. It was clear cut back in 2013. I actually went on Google Maps and found out when it was cut, and it looked like back in 2013 they had cut it. They left some of the really big trees, so those got sun shocked. So I might cut those down if they're struggling. I really want to improve the entire piece of property for wildlife, better deer, more turkeys, and that's just trying to get the land as healthy as I possibly can. So that will be the goal here. We are done. So again, I left that centerpiece. It was really tall. You can't see it from the drone video, but that's about 8 foot tall. And when I put the drone up, I could see all types of wildlife trails through there. So we're gonna leave that. The rest of the field turned out great. I'm gonna decide how I'm going to maximize the use of that, whether that's planting different crops or letting it go wild, maybe doing some prescribed burn. But for now, that is the end result.
Good morning. All right, today, a little side quest here. We're out at Charleston Truck Lot, which is a truck lot that we own. I have the tractor here. We're gonna get that unloaded. So over in these bays over here on that side, there's too much gravel. It's really loose, so trucks are getting stuck. So we're gonna go ahead and unload here and then scrape some of that gravel off, put it in some areas that are a little muddy, and then we should be all set.
This is an industrial parking lot that my partners and I went ahead and bought. It was in pretty bad disrepair. It was lots of potholes, pretty muddy. So we came in here and kind of renovated it and added some more gravel, put some lines in there, put some curbs and some parking spaces. And then we are renting it out to get some money. We bought it pretty cheap at a discount because it was pretty dilapidated, but we're hoping to sell it, and hopefully it's a good investment. As you can see here, I am scraping off some of this gravel. The contractor that we brought in recommended we come in pretty heavy on there, but this gravel does not have fines in it. And fines are the small little pieces of gravel as you crush it up that'll let it bind together. And so this was too coarse and it did not bind. So when those big semi trucks got on there, they had these really inflated, not much tread street tires. And we went ahead and scraped that off so that they wouldn't have so much gravel to dig themselves into a hole with. So hopefully they don't get stuck anymore.
We are all finished here. Went ahead, pulled all the gravel off of these lots here, parking spots, spread it all out, smooth this out, looks pretty good. Not a professional by any means, but should prevent the tractor trailer from getting stuck. So we'll go ahead, load her up, back to work.